Hey Lucy, it's Friday. I also realized that I forgot some pets in my last video. I've also had a pet rabbit who I named Cindy Lou, and I had some horses, Dream and Rain. They were amazing as well. And I've also had pet snails, and I named them Chuck Bass and Fletcher. So I've just popped outside quickly. This is Minette, my dad's cat, who I'm babysitting for the next week and a half-ish. Yeah, I'm house sitting for my dad at the moment and doing some things around the house, such as maintaining the pool and taking care of the garden and stuff. Anyways, I just wanted to introduce you to Minette because it's Pets Week. So I'm gonna get started on my Harry Potter recipe now. And I'm actually going to be making two, which I'm scared both are going to turn out to be a disaster, one in particular. I'm starting off with Tontung Toffee. So it actually calls for 2 cups of sugar. I unfortunately only have brown sugar, but I've been told that they cook the same way, just to maybe use a bit less brown sugar because it is sweeter. I also don't have a candy thermometer, which you need to make Tontung Toffee to take the temperature of the sugar as it's cooking, but I'm going to use the cold water test to check the temperature of the sugar, so we'll see how it goes. First off, the ingredients for Tontung Toffee are sugar, butter, vanilla or rum flavoring, and water. As I mentioned, I have brown sugar instead of regular sugar. I've got butter here. I'm going to have water in this, and I've got vanilla flavoring. Right, so I'm gonna get started.
Oh, how I wish I could drag you down here. Oh, pull these feet oh, far from the ground. Cause this city ain't no friend of mine. No, it ain't no friend. All I can do when the track stop at the final destination is just push on through. The weariness and silence is such a crowded situation here. All I can do when every brick, every bar, every elegance I see her face is just push on through. No, these embers of memories flow from the fire.
So that's it. I'm going to explain to you my next recipe, which I'm not going to start yet as I already have this one on the go. But next I'm actually going to be making cockroach clusters. I checked for some recipes of that online as well, but all of the recipes I found for it online called for chow mein noodles as the legs of as to be like the inside of the chocolate. And I just thought that was absolutely disgusting. There was no way I was going to be making noodles with covered in chocolate. So what I actually decided to do was I'd make my own cockroach cluster recipe. So what I'm going to do when I do this is I'm going to melt this pack of buttons, and then I'm going to be chopping up a bit of peanuts. They're unsalted peanuts. There's a bit of slivered almonds as well, and I'm going to put some raisins in there. And then this way it'll be crunchy and chewy and covered in chocolate, you know, it'll be like a chocolate covered cockroach that tastes nice. Yeah. But my reason for the nuts and the raisins is like the raisin will kind of give it that that chewy texture, and then the nut will give it the crunchy texture, and that's kind of just, I don't know, what I envision a cockroach cluster being like, chewy and crunchy. Sugar test here and see where it's at. Oh, it's actually forming a bit of something, or not. I'm not entirely sure that brown sugar does the same thing as white sugar anymore. We'll see how it goes in the end. This is probably going to be a complete disaster, but I am trying. I'm not going to give up on this.
There are too many people in this world trying to shout their names. Well, how am I supposed to know where to run when I don't know who's to blame? And I give people something along the way. Is it okay to be afraid of love if you don't understand it? And the nights are so long without you, and the days speed up. My God, I'll never let go of you now.
So starting off with the cockroach clusters, I'm going to get the ingredients for that will be covered in the chocolate ready. But what I've basically done is I've chopped it up a bit of the almond slivers and peanuts and raisins and gotten them ready for the cockroach clusters. I'm going to melt the bag of chocolate buttons. And then once those are in there, I'm going to spoon out little clusters, I guess, if you will, on wax paper, and then put that in the fridge and let that cool down. So I'm going to get started on that. And as we all know, the Tong Tung Toffee is cooling down. It's actually still quite warm.
And my heart swells to the size of an orchid. It takes the rest of my heart with it, going down, down, down. But I'm never going back home. Ooh. People into space without even really knowing if they're ever gonna come back down. And there are people asking just where I am. Is it okay to be afraid of hope if you don't know how to keep it? And the nights are so long without you, and the days speed up. My God, I just can't lose you now. Things are about to change, and my heart swells to the size of an orchid, and it takes the rest of my heart with it, going down, down, down. But I'll never go back home. People on earth can just get together, then maybe we can find a place for each other. People on earth can just get together, then maybe we can find a place for each other. People on earth can just get together again, maybe we can find a place for each other.
My cockroach clusters are all done. Quite proud of them. Unfortunately, the toffee wasn't cooling properly on the counter, so I've actually just stuck that in the fridge. So I will video the end results of the Tong Tung Toffee and show that to you on Wednesday. Really sorry that it's not done yet, but next video you will see it. But oh my goodness, that's delicious. Good job, Catherine. So for our theme next week, I thought it would be a fun idea to do something sort of like MTV Cribs and call it Two Powder Girl Cribs, if you will, where we show each other our houses. I will still be at my dad's, but I still think it would be a really fun idea, and I could show you my dad's house anyways. So I think it'll be quite fun, and I'm looking forward to seeing you on Monday, Lucy. Pen, let me just grab one. Child protective locks on these cupboards. Not used to it. If it's not, I'm a bit poo-pooed. Then you're going to mark, oops. Oh, and then then you're gonna mark into it makes 1 1/4 pounds of Tontung toffee. That's quite a bit. Blimey, it's a lot of sugar. Oop. Oh, bugger. I'm not sure where they keep their tablespoons and such, so I'm just going to use an actual spoon as 6. Whoop, that's far too much. 8. Brilliant. And next you're going to want to put the water in. Whoops! Blimey. Now I'm going to turn the... Woo! I think I'll actually melt the butter first if I ever try and make this again, because that just looks hideous right now. The hot water, or the cold water. I'm sure it's going to be absolutely lovely in the end, even if it goes to pot. Get it? Pot. Actually, the sugar is starting to form small balls. So I'm just going to take a bit of the butter with my fingers. I just about caused a fire. That's so scary. Delicious.